Stoppa inspelning.
Hello everyone, this is Sabrina, and today I'm going to talk to you about doing things on your own and a lot of other things. Firstly, I'm going to say that I got 4 new games this week. One of them is Space Encounter, and I haven't played much with that, but 2 of them are racing games, Audio Moto Championship and Audio Rally Racing. And I did record on my watch because I have an Apple Watch on my wrist. And I did record when I was playing one of those games. And I was really loud. I was like screaming all over the place. Today I've been on a meeting, which was really good because we talked about learning to do things myself in everyday life. I know how to make coffee. I know how to wash my hair. I know how to brush my teeth. And I learned those things the latest 2 weeks, and I do believe it's a good thing. Because I'm blind, I don't need to do things with my eyes. I do have perfectly working hands, ears, and nose. I actually got a book from that meeting, which is in Swedish, and it gives advice on everyday life things. I think that's an awesome book. I have read most of it today, but I'm probably going to reread it. Oh, and the 21st of December, I'm going to have a gig, and it's going to be really awesome. But I need to learn Christmas songs, and I'm not good at that. I don't know why, but I don't think I want to learn a song just for that. It doesn't make sense to me. And tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but this evening, I'm probably going to scare the crap out of my staff by playing all the Audio Motor Championship. I can get really loud. There's a person working with me, and when she plays Candy Crush, she has a tendency to become really loud. And we were in a place where you weren't allowed to scream. And then suddenly, because she was playing Candy Crush, she started screaming a bad word. And me and the other one who was there like, shh. Because she was so loud. So that's my little cup of tea, playing good games that actually make me a bit loud. These are audio games, which means that they're completely playable for the blind people. And the thing is that there aren't many of those games, and I really do like racing games. I used to play Top Speed and Mach 1 on my Windows computer. Now I don't have a Windows computer anymore because I got tired of it and stuff, which means that I don't need it. I have an iPad instead, and that's much better. I'm more familiar with iOS than Windows. And honestly, I don't think I need a Windows or a Mac because I do have my iPhone and iPad. Also, I have my Apple Watch. That's one of my best friends. Well, all 3 are my best friends, but this one especially is. Because I do have an app on it called Just Press Record. And that app actually lets me... I do have 3 recording apps actually. Aurora Recorder, which is completely free with no in-app purchases. And it's also very accessible, believe it or not. And then there is an app called Tiny Mic, which is also really good as long as you remember to turn up the quality on high. It's a really good app. And also there's that new app that I got called Just Press Record. It costs about $5 or 50 crowns or whatever. And it's really efficient. And the audio is good. And it does transcribe. It does actually transcribe when you're talking, or when you have sent the recording to your phone, it transcribes, and I think that is awesome. And sometimes I do use the transcription when I say like period, comma, and such things. I really love that app. And there are no in-app purchases in that either, because that's something I hate, when things cost and then you have to buy other things. And sometimes when things are free but you kind of have to buy to be able to use it properly. I used to play My Baby Sim, but then again we have that problem. It's a game where you take care of a baby. But the thing with that game is that you have to buy most of the stuff with credits, and they cost money, which doesn't make sense to me because I don't understand why you have to pay to tickle your baby. In that case, it would have been more reliable to actually pay for baby wipes and diapers and stuff instead of paying to do things, if you know what I mean. But I still love that game. It's really awesome. I have gotten the ad cleaner though. And I've told you about Plant Nanny. Right now I'm working on a mushroom, and I don't remember his name. It's a guy anyway, it's a male plant. I do have quite a lot of plants in my phone. I actually have a real plant in my window. It's an aloe vera, and it's starting to get really big. I got them as babies, but they have grown. But they were big babies. I do like plants, but I think that an aloe vera is one of the few ones that I can actually take care of. I think it's a cactus. I'm not sure though. But they are long-lived plants, and they don't need a lot of care. You need to water them like once in a week. Check every day if they're dry, and if they're dry, you give them a little water. I remember once when I was younger, I had a plant, and the thing with that plant was that I had it for like 3 weeks, and then I was going to go to Norway with my family. And the thing was that my sister was going to take care of it. And when I came home the next week, I came to find a dead plant. And I went like, "Did you water my plant?" She went like, "Oh crap, I forgot it." So that plant was dead. And I confess, I'm not very good at taking care of virtual babies either. But the plants in my phone I do take care of. Anyway, when it comes to independency, I know how to do a lot of things now that I didn't know before, because after I got sick, I kind of lost most of the, stuff that I need to know. How to brush my teeth, how to wash my hair, how to make coffee. I make brilliant coffee. And it's very important to try such things.
Nu är då rollvitt Katrin 74.
There was Dice World shining a little. I love Dice World. It's also one of my favorite games. And probably tonight I'm going to get really loud again because I am going to play Audio Rally Racing. I got 4 games: Space Encounter, Audio Rally Racing, Audio Motor Championship, and Blind Gladiator. I haven't played much with Blind Gladiator or Space Encounter, but I do believe they're good games. And they're really good because they don't have any in-app purchases. They are a little costly to begin with, but I bought Space Encounter on a sale, and Audio Motor Championship and Blind Gladiator. Audio Rally Racing I already had before the sale, but I do believe they're worth it because they're really awesome games, and especially Audio Motor Championship. That's one of my favorite games ever because of the fact that you have to unlock tracks and bikes and stuff. And I really like the fact that you're trading in fame, not dollars, credits, coins, and stuff. Because that's another currency. I really do like that because most apps use coins or credits, but this one gets fame. And you don't have to buy fame. You can earn that. And I think that's good because the game's really cool. If you want to hear about the game more in an audio podcast, I suggest you go to www.applewiz.com. It's www.applewiz.com. It's a site for blind and visually impaired people to be able to discuss iOS, Mac, and all other Apple-related stuff. And I'm an Apple nerd, I am honest. And I actually saved up for my watch, and I really don't regret buying it. It's awesome. And my iPad. I remember when I was going to get my iPad and I was going to my guardian, like, I do have a document here. You might either like it or hate it. Firstly, she couldn't read my staff's handwriting properly. And then she couldn't actually tell me if I could get it or not until the next day. And then she called me the next day and said that as long as I didn't buy anything before Christmas, I would be able to buy an iPad. And I went like, ah! really loud in her ear. And then I hung up and then I started dancing around the room screaming, I'm gonna get an iPad! And it's also a very modern iPad. And it actually cost 9,000 crowns, but now I got it for 5,000, so that's almost half the price. So I really was lucky. And my iPad is my best friend now. I love it. And I play games. I don't recommend playing Audio Rally Racer, Blind Gladiator, or Audio Motor Championship, or Space Encounter on an iPad. Actually, I do have stereo speakers, so it does work with Audio Motor Championship if you use the touch feature. Anyway, this is the timer on my Apple Watch. That signifies that this... But before I do that, I'm going to say something. That if you're blind and you're afraid to do things, you should actually try to do things yourself, because it's a very satisfying feeling when you can actually do things. And my staff says I make really good coffee. Anyway, thanks for today.
Stoppa inspelning.
Have a beautiful evening or day, depending on where you are. Thank you.